No more cowgirl. Hello everyone, nice to see you on my YouTube channel. As we saw on Season 7, Episode 8 of 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, Sumit was in a lot of pain. Their honeymoon had come to an end. He and Jenny were packing up to head home. But Sumit's pain was not emotional. He was in real, physical pain, and had been all night. It turns out that trying out those Kama Sutra yoga poses came with some risks. No more cowgirl position. As viewers may recall from Episode 7, Sumit Singh successfully talked Jenny Slatten into trying out the class. He wanted to try something a little adventurous. And he didn't want to wait until a crisis to spice up their married life. Besides, Sumit couldn't exactly go with anyone else but his wife. Not to this kind of class. Perhaps Jenny was imagining some sort of steamy, sexually charged orgy. But she got a yoga class. This is TV, not big-budget prestige television. If anything, David Zaslav's war on television is more bent upon destroying a lot of high-quality content, not imitating it. Still, there were awkward moments and giggles. And the instructor acknowledged that Jenny's age, and its contrast to Sumit's, were a surprise. But as Episode 8 began, Sumit was complaining about how his stomach felt as the two packed. According to him, one of the poses that they had gone on to try was essentially a non-penetrative variation of cowgirl. To hear Sumit tell it, Jenny had simply sat on his abdomen. With painful results. Generally, the sexual position of cowgirl involves penetration of some form, with exceptions. The weight of the person on top falls upon the pelvis and hips, not the soft underbelly which is full of delicate organs. To hear Sumit tell it, apparently she jostled his digestive tract so severely that he spent much of the night in the bathroom. According to Sumit's conversation with a doctor, he had a naval displacement and was leaking. We'll have to assume that something ended up lost in translation. Click on the bell icon to stay up to date on my new videos. As Sumit described Jenny sitting on him and squeezing him empty like the last toothpaste out of the tube, we were reminded of Sumit's mother. Sana once very bizarrely boasted about getting diarrhea all of the time and not seeing it as a big deal. Gastrointestinal distress is seldom a good thing. Obviously, Sana said that on a previous season to disparage Jenny for taking it easy. But this time, she and Sumit got some laughs. Sumit suggested that perhaps the yoga instructor should consider potential injuries. He even mentioned the idea of weighing students before they take classes, though he carefully walked back his comments about Jenny's weight. Also, it sounds like the injury took place after the class, and back in their hotel room, on the drive home, Jenny was already dreading their return to their old house. They have a new home, but have to reside at the old one while awaiting Jenny's new visa and documentation. And Sumit brought up his desire to reach out to his parents. The toxic people who disowned him. Sumit remains unhealthily fixated upon his parents' love and approval. Yes, he married Jenny against their wishes. His mother cried, yelled, insulted him, and disowned him. But Sumit's twisted attachment to his toxic family impacts Jenny in some very direct ways. As they discovered when they went shopping. In addition to a kitchen cabinet, Jenny hoped to purchase a small vacuum cleaner. They do not currently own one. But Sumit noted that most Indian households do not have vacuum cleaners, and rely upon brooms and mops. Part of it was just about expense. But, he explained, there was also something about a work ethic, specifically, the sexist expectations of women. Sumit's mother, who has a maid come to clean her house, would make fun of Jenny and call her lazy if she had a vacuum cleaner. Sana isn't willing to go to their house, but he hopes to get her to come back. That means that Sumit wants Jenny to conform to the standards of the woman who disowned him, simply on the hope that she will take him back.